Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I'm going to be doing another beautiful reading for you today. We're going to be looking at, what is this? Spirit message, okay? And you have trust, which is 32, goes into 5, and then you have 15, action, that goes into 6. So, I think there's a storm coming, so if you hear bing bang and all of that, don't worry about it. That's outside. If weather permits, in other words, if the hydro doesn't kick out, then I'm going to stay here and do this right to the end. Okay. So, trusting yourself. First of all, let's take a look at this beautiful picture. There's somebody here, okay, who is, what is that? That looks like someone who is because I see a different set of arms here, it's almost like two people in an egg of sorts. At first I thought it was just like somebody laying on a pillow, but I see this is another arm. So it's like two people who are like really close. I'm going to just call that the divine feminine and masculine coming together. And then there's the action card, which I feel is like the choices. It's the Lover's card, number 6. It's breaking away from restrictions, the devil. It's taking action towards your liberation. And of course you have the 2 of Cups. So this makes sense that it's a 2 and a 2. And we're just going to go here. Trust. Trust yourself, develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for the future. Apart from trust, we might develop spiritually with our higher power. Self-trust is the basis of all other trust. Self-trust is a certainty that we can rely upon ourselves, that our decisions are valid, that we ourselves matter. That knowing ourselves combined with trusting ourselves leads to better, more informed decisions about all aspects of our life, including career and relationships. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It is a deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core, that no matter what, our wisdom matters and it is best. It allows for flow, for faith in oneself, and the way you do things, moving and choosing in the world. Self-trust is a full acceptance of self. As accepting oneself becomes easier, thus self-trust will begin to shine. New Moon in Leo, shine. This gives great momentum to anything we choose to tackle or do. Our ancestors saw spring, the great thawing, as a new beginning. They would walk the marshes and plains and find newly laid eggs, more than just a symbol of fertility and new hope. The eggs meant that the worst of the cold was over and that new life really was here. The egg moon was a time of celebration and rejoicing. I love this. And then we're going to go into action. Let's go see what it has to say for action, because I feel that's when you trust yourself, then you put yourself into action. The time has come to take action. Let go of your paralysis. Let go of your burden step by step. Sometimes we're afraid to move forward. This is natural. Change can be difficult, and if we've been hurt or have failed before, we are anxious about what may happen if we instigate change. Maybe we think it's easier and safer to just tread some water for a while. Instead of taking joyful action towards the things we truly desire, such as writing of a book, understanding study, accepting a new job, or seeking a better relationship, we balk, we freeze, we do not take the steps we could. And so we remain stagnant. Yesterday, 4 of Cups, stagnancy leading to the Tower. Remember that. We don't grow. Yesterday, growth, right? So this is to encourage you to embrace action. Action is part of our humanity. We are not made to hide and refuse to blossom. Yes. Divine feminine, divine masculine, working together in unison to make things happen. So today we're dealing with your spiritual message. In other words, what your I don't know, your whole point for being, okay? I like to think these days that, you know, and my thinking and my spirituality is ever flowing, ever changing, okay? I get new information and then I integrate that to my spirituality and my spiritual practice. And what I do with that is I feel that spiritually we get a lot of cues so that our physical journey can get cues to move forward, okay? And spiritually, that is the key. We get the downloads we need to kind of get the cues to move, okay? It's almost like what we get from spirit is, it's more feminine than masculine, but I won't call it just feminine because there's action and the download, okay? But what we get is we get that intuition, we get that inner wisdom, we get that receptive spiritual thing. And then the body integrates it and turns it into action, into the masculine. So I feel that our physical bodies here turns things into action, the masculine, the part, the manifesting of what we've integrated. I love that. So, of course, these work together as they should. As they should, Pisces. All right, so I'm going to take from the Soul Coaching Oracle cards. Okay. Delight wanted to make us, ooh, but flow. There you go. We were just talking about that. The flow of life, right? The sacred flow. Isn't that what they said with action? Or with trust? Was it? Let's see. Let's see. I know I saw this word. Didn't I just say that? So we remain stagnant. We don't grow. Yeah. Joy has a lot to do with this too, Pisces, okay? They keep bringing that up. The joy. The joy of things. Flashy show. I don't know. I could probably read these again and then find it, but we don't need to. This is saying, the glory of the universe flows through me. And just taking that is good. You take it, it comes in, it flows, it goes into action. It flows in, goes into action. That's the way it goes. That's the way it flows, beautiful ones. Let's see here. Voyage. I am safe and loved no matter where I am. You are going on a voyage. I feel the Six of Swords here. I feel the Eight of Cups. I feel it all coming in. You are going on a voyage. This voyage is whether it is physical or just on a mental where you're shifting things in your life. You are definitely changing things. Things are moving around. Things are going in a very different direction, Pisces. And that's good. Okay? Look at this. Flow of water and voyage on water. I love that. It makes me feel very Piscean in nature when these come out. A journey is coming. Rather than staying in a safe harbor, let your sails unfurl to the wind. The universe absolutely knows, cherishes, and protects you as you ride the currents of your life, the flow. But I'm reading this one. Your life is a spiritual voyage, and it's not always what it seems. There have been no wrong turns, and every adventure and misadventure has been part of this course. You're a sacred traveler on a pilgrimage to your soul. There's always a deeper meaning in your life's journey than what appears surface level. Even when you're sailing in dark waters or stormy seas, you always allow yourself to feel it. You know that you're always seen, loved, cherished by the universe, the creator, and your angels. Always, always. Okay? So, flow. It's time to let go. Yep, it's time to let go. You're entering a period of gracious ease and flow. It's all unfolding perfectly and with good timing. Everything is falling into place. Remember yesterday we had divine timing. Divine timing. Okay? Don't resist the drift of the great river of life. when you're in a state of flow, you're pushing the river to go faster. You aren't swimming against it. You just let go of the shore and you enjoy the ride. Okay? If you're not feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're trying to control situations in your life. Or you're being too self-critical or judgmental. And the way to move with flow is through gratitude and appreciation. Like I was saying, I feel joy, right? And by allowing others to support and help you. So let's pull some tarot on this, Pisces. What a wonderful way, what a wonderful day for reading. It looked like it was going to rain here, and now the sun just came right out and started shining bright through the windows. Yeah, very interesting. It got all really, really bright and light. I feel like that's what you need to do in your life. You need to let it shine bright or light. Yeah, not only look at the choices, but all the vessels in which they are contained. Everything that is available to you. Not just part of the picture, the whole picture. Look at your choices. Look at what's available. Okay? Okay, so the past came in with the Seven of Wands. That brilliant light, that all-encompassing flame of what you believed in. Okay, and that's what this feels like. All these little branches coming in to like say, no, that's not okay. They get all burned up by this intense light, this intensity of when we persevere about doing things. We insist on growing what we want, okay? At some point in your life here, Pisces, you have done this. You have, in the past, taken something and refused to give up on it. You argued your principles. It shone brighter than anything else, okay? And even if you felt like big forces were against you, or even just because of lack of faith in yourself, you still stood your ground, okay? And you made it happen. And we looked at that, and it's been mentioned, it's being mentioned again, that you have done this before. You have overcome things. You have made things happen. And you know, you can't say, no, I haven't. Yes, you have. You're here. You have survived life to this point. You have to have had trials and challenges and things to overcome. Even if it's to get your own first apartment, to go out on your own. You've had to do stuff, okay? You've had to network. Even if you've never been alone, you had to be in a relationship. You've had stuff that you have had to overcome and believe in to move forward. So you know, even if you have not done a lot of changing recently, you have been through change. You have done things to change. Even if it's been difficult. Even if it's been difficult. Yep, you've worked through it. Yep. There's a working card. The Eight of Pentacles. And that's quality work, right? That's dedication to attention, dedication to detail. Okay? You have been in a state of learning how to do something to get to a different spot. Whether it's relationship-wise in your life, you have done it. Job interview, getting the first job, getting your last job, leaving your job. Developing relationships, friendships. You've had to come out of yourself. You've had to learn how to adapt. You've learned how to make things successful. How? By infusing quality. Okay? Nobody stays in friendships if they're not quality. They walk away. Relationships the same. Job is the same. Okay? So I feel that they're just saying, just follow the flow of what comes naturally. You've done this before. All you really need to do is to remind yourself that you do it every day for something or other. You overcome something, and then you do something else. Okay? Two of Coins. It's about adapting. You need to adapt. Absolutely. How do you do that? Well, you juggle things around. That's what this card says too. Okay, you take something, you change it. You juggle it. You're going, I'm changing locations. I'm going to adapt. I'm going to multitask. It's by keeping more than one thing in the air. It's about weighing the options to see what's good. Okay? But ultimately, it's about making choices. Like here. It's about making those choices, Pisces. Yep. Five, 5, and 2. Okay. Five of Swords. Are you winning or are you losing? Did you really lose everything? Or is this a chance to make it into something new? Two of Wands. Reflection. Reflection, contemplation, along with adapting and juggling. This is how you live life. This is how you bring about change. Only when you get stuck in inaction, that you don't move this forward in its motion, do you get stuck. So don't get stuck. Okay? The Five of Swords is about switching that thinking. Of not getting stuck in a contemplation and juggling and adapting and doing what do I do with this and juggle everything in the air with the Seven of Cups. It's about going, I'm going to win this and I'm going to transform this. Poof, one sword up in the air, transformation on its way. Okay? The Four Swords here remind me of the Four of Cups, those long shadows, just sitting there, waiting for something to happen. Don't do that. Okay? The time for rest is done. It's time for you to switch it up. It's time to call yourself the victor, as we had the Wands yesterday, the Six of Wands, talking about that. It's time for you to call yourself the victor and go and do it and get to where you need to go. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups coming into this reading because we're looking at these cards right here. What is the Two of Cups at its core? It's harmony. Okay? It's the equaling of something because you have the feminine and the masculine come in. Although these are being shown, I don't know, they're kind of, maybe not. Except for the hair, you can't really tell. So, you have the two different energies showing up. The coming together of two to create something new. Okay? A relationship in perfect balance. And this is what you need to be doing within yourself. You need to have that feminine and that masculine come together. And if you're not understanding this, this only means that as, I'm not talking about, you know, you being a man or a woman. It's the energies that we have both equally in our system. For anybody who's new. I know my regular subscribers know what I'm talking about. If you're used to me talking about this, I talk about it incessantly because the world is typically showing an out of balance energy that needs to be well looked at and learned from and then brought back into balance. It will always be out of balance somewhat because this is a learning school, this planet Earth. So, you know, don't be too, don't feel too bad if there's no perfect ending. I don't think this Earth school was ever meant for perfect endings. It was meant to school. It was meant to learn. Alright, so I'm going to take from Power to Surrender. Ooh, this one, wanted. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originates from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Yep. Trust, take action. Take the pieces, build something new. Don't stay in the state of contemplating or trying to adapt things. Take it and move it forward. Take that energy and move it forward. And one of the things that you can do is exactly that. Take those outdated, old, whatever that you're thinking about yourself and just push it out of the way. We believe such terrible things of ourselves. And some of it, you know what, I'm going to tell you from Spirit's mouth, almost like saying, not mouth, but, you know, it's not the way the messages come in, but let's just say, okay, from out of the horse's mouth, as they say, is that you can only blame the conditioned way that you were raised for a finite amount of time when you start having to deal with the fact that you're keeping those beliefs alive. Nobody is there to tell you to keep believing in this crap. You are the one who is continuing believing in this crap. So don't you think it's time that you let it go? It's time. It's time to say I can do anything. It's time to say I have resources to do anything. I can tap into all my beautiful powers. I can tap into my feminine that knows a lot, that's got a ton of downloads, a ton of learning and education and all of that stuff. I've been the open vessels, just taking in all of this energy, right? My vessel's changed. The information's changed. I have all this, the plethora, which is a whole bunch, if you want to know what that word means, a whole bunch of things to deal with, that I can deal, that I can pick from, not deal with. But what's happening is that what you do is you deal with negative energy. You deal with self-doubt. You deal with the fear of something going wrong. You feel of being on the losing side. You fear the necklace that came apart in bits and pieces instead of thinking, wow, maybe I can make it into a bracelet. Maybe I can make 2 bracelets out of 1 necklace. Hey, that's the way you should be thinking. Okay? You have the ability to fix it. So fix it. If you can't make it back to its original, you can make it stronger, better. You can change it into something else. You have choices. Because you have experience, you have wisdom, you have knowledge. Okay? Tragedies don't need to stay tragedies. Just remember that. And I'm not talking about, the stuff you have no control over. I'm talking about the self-imposed tragedies that we create in our minds. Okay? I was just thinking, I'm getting defensive. Because sometimes you have trolls come on comments and go, well, how do you fix, a storm blowing away your house? Well, I don't know, you can't. But you can rebuild. This may be a great time for you to move elsewhere where there isn't storms that will blow away your house. Okay? Maybe it's time for you to, start brand new. Take the opportunity. Kiss the ground. Be thankful you're alive. Okay? So that's what I'm thinking here, right? Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So this is for the trolls and the... I'm kidding. Only half kidding. Okay? You're here to look at life not as somebody who is surviving it, somebody who thrives. Okay? Not somebody who takes everything personally like somebody is attacking you. But as people who are around you trying to empower you, which is what I do here. Yeah, the latter is what I do. Okay? So just remember that. Okay. Da-da-da-da. A lot of power coming in. I've dealt with a lot of like throat issues this week. And yeah. I feel it's like I've got to not throw my voice, but push my voice out this week. And some of you may be feeling this energy. I feel you're feeling this energy, and it's also giving you headaches. There's the Lovers again, okay? This is what I mean. Make a choice. Okay? Make a choice. What's the choice? Harmony, 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 harmony. 2 cups, Lovers. Yeah. 22222 is your number of the day, by the way, if you weren't, if you could figure that part out. There's a lot of 2s going around here. Absolutely. And if you go 2, there's 2, where's the other 2? 2, 2, 2 is 6. Wow, look at that. I know, it almost sounded color me unimpressed, but color me not surprised would be a better word. Color me not surprised, okay? Right. So what did the Lovers have to? I always hear somebody going, it's choices. It's choices. Choice to harmonize. Tune into your heart's desires. Okay? While you're paying attention to the other energies. But joy, desire, happiness, so important in the way you deal with things. If everything's a chore, if everything's scary, if everything is like, ooh, I don't know if I should be doing this, what kind of life are you building for yourself? Okay. The Lovers is about commitment to your choices. Make it harmonious. Make it happy choices. Okay? Choose the sun. And then choose the rain when you need it, so that the ground gets fed. Okay? So, know the meaning and the importance of both. What I'm hearing from them is when you expect both, when you expect the contrast in life, I don't know, it takes away your fear. It gives you a voice. Makes you excited instead of fearful. Gives you a new perspective. Hangman showing up again like it did yesterday. Yeah. Okay. Instead of being in limbo, you just get a new way of looking at things and going, ah, I see, I understand now. Okay. And then you realize that this waiting game, when things don't feel right, when you're being guided to, wait, do something else. But when you finally need to take action, you realize why you were in limbo, why you needed a new way of seeing things, right? Why you needed a new perspective. Okay? You needed that time to gain the insights you needed to make the choices. Spirit says that you've had that time. The insights have come in. Now it's time for you to make decisions, okay? They gave you that time. It's divine. Okay? Ooh. 7 of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Seven of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. 7's been showing up. 777. Again, showing up a lot this week. A lot. It's that hang time. That's all I feel. It's like that hang time. It's killing you right now. I feel that you know. I feel that your upper chakras are going, let's go, right? I feel that your body's going, it's time to move. It's time to take action. I really want you to. I feel that you know that you need to. And that's why I'm being told to push to tell you to. Okay? It's almost like it's the time to do it. It's time to stop sitting on the fence and to pick a side. To jump off the fence and kind of, take a walk and see what's there. Stop guessing. Stop looking at the grass and the field and going, well, I wonder what's in there. You're dressed accordingly. You have long pants so that the ticks don't get you. You have the appropriate shoes. You have a bug repellent or whatever, lemon stuff to help repel the bugs. You've brought a lunch. You have a walking stick. You have everything you need. But you're sitting there wondering if you have everything you need. It doesn't need to be the longest walk in the world, Pisces. It can be just a meandering, a little walkabout, a little stroll. You have enough right now to get you through that. Okay? So, it's time. It is definitely time. Okay? What you're not realizing is that by taking, jumping off that fence and going for that stroll in that field, you're committing to something. Rather than sitting there thinking about committing to something. And that's what I feel they're saying. Stop thinking of committing to something. Commit. Make a decision. Say yes. Okay? The Hierophant. Again, number 5. Number 5 is there. It's there. Came out yesterday too. Number 5. If you're constantly learning and you don't take any action, you'll never be able to teach or talk about what you know. Okay? A lot of people say it's good to learn. It is good to learn. But it's also good to do so you can teach. Because the teacher imparts traditions, knowledge, education, guidance, advice that broaden other people's horizon, not just yours. You can come back to that fence and tell other people, oh, I saw this and I saw that. And no, there's not a lot of snakes, but there's an awful lot of ants. There's an ant hill about a meter away from there. Don't go there. Oh, and there's red ants there. Don't go there for sure. You're giving advice to people, telling them where to avoid the pitfalls and how to keep going. Because you may only walk to a certain part of the field. Maybe somebody behind me will want to walk further. And that's how mentors happen. That's how history happens. That's how we grow. That's how we learn. That's how we move forward in life. But if you stay on the fence, you have nothing to give. You're assuming you're not learning, even though you think you are. And you're definitely not teaching. Okay? Learn so you can teach. Teach so you can learn. That's my life path. The world. Need I say more? It's a culmination. The world is a culmination. It's a coming together of things, right? It's the integration of everything that you've learned so that you can become whole in your life and your journey and what you're doing. Okay? You've learned the lessons from the current phase to push you and propel you into new ones. Okay? You have enough and you are enough. You have enough and you are enough. Remember that, Pisces. Wow, this is like a motivational speech, isn't it? It is. It's motivational. Absolutely. And that's what you need to hear. That's what the world needs to hear. We need to remember who we are, how powerful we are, how wonderful we are. We forget. And we forget a lot. We forget from day to day. We do something fantastic, and then we forget that we are fantastic. We forget everything we've accomplished. And we feel like we've gone back to step one. Okay? Sometimes we move like mountains. And then we end up back at square one. I never understand that. Okay. Oh, wow, there's a lot that came out. Oh, look at all these letters. Cool. No. Okay. Oh, I see L and V. Haha. Let's see. Lack. Right? There's a C missing, but it doesn't matter. It's phonetic. And then there's love. Oh wait, that was a V. Oh, I can take one of the B's. There we go. Love. Do you want to believe in love or in lack? Uh-huh. I don't know, Pisces. I don't know. Okay, so find joy in the journey. Find joy in the journey. Are we going to... Okay. Find joy in the journey, in the flow, in the voyage. We're going to put that on voyage. You have the bird. Can be take flight. Okay, of course. Huh. The TB, it's to be or not to be, I feel. To be or not to be what? Maybe that's the question. WH. Okay? WAT. To be or not to be what? What exactly would you be? Is it love or is it lack? Absolutely. You get so many wings here begging you to take flight. Yeah. Oh, and look, I said love, and then there's this, you know, hand bringing down a heart that says love. Absolutely. The Lovers came in, the Two of Cups came in, so there is definitely love. There is this beautiful shell, the sign of water, of flow, right here. What is this? This looks like a fish. No, it's a bird. It's a bird. This one's in flight, and this one is not in flight. So, are we in lack? Are we in love? Are we in flow? Or are we in stopping? Absolutely. We have the sign of Gemini and its intelligence. And that has to do a lot with the flow of air, right? The mind, the overthinking. But right now, the intelligence in you is asking you to really take the time to see, because Geminis are smart. Oof. Smart and sharp wit. Smart as whips. The thing with Gemini, though, is that use their ability or their mindset to remind yourself just everything you've overcome. You have a history of your life and everything that you've succeeded at. They really want you to remember that, right? You have the dragonfly, beautiful sign of transformation needing to happen here. We saw that yesterday. Okay. And you have the ballerina. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. Some days you lead, some days you follow. It's time for you to lead, though. Okay? Another song coming through. So, absolutely. Life's a dance. This could be flow or hierophant. I'm feeling either or here, Pisces, for these kind of charms. Yeah. So you have love. Love. Let me see if I can go forward. See that? To be or not to be. And what does that mean? What? W-A-H-T. To be. Are you going to be lack? Or are you going to be love? What are you going to be, Pisces? What's it going to be? Are you going to surrender outdated beliefs of yourself? Are you going to leave the past in the past and only take the things that inspire you, that showed you just how strong and wonderful you've been through all of this time? You have been. You've been wonderful. Don't forget. Go back and remember. Okay? I want you to write in the comments what you've overcome in your past. Something that you've been gloriously victorious over, and I don't care if it's like making a cheesecake. I want to hear about it. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of this community, of this beautiful channel. I appreciate you. We're all learning as we go, right? We're all getting all of this great information and knowledge to bring us into a bigger and a better space. Take good care of yourself, my beautiful Pisces. Love, light, and blessings. Thank you for everything you do for me. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.